Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. Let's get into The Best Man, the final chapters. Let's go. First off, I've only watched 2 episodes, so this is all that this is going to be. Okay, everyone looks fantastic, right? The only person I was a little concerned with was Lance in the beginning when he had that beard. But after he got that shaved off and got over to the islands, he was back being Lance, so I was okay with it. I don't like how he is coping with losing Mia, though. I don't like the fact that he's become a womanizer. He is dealing with extracurricular activities to just help him with his grief. I really thought that the girl on the beach, the little Jamaican chick, was going to reel him in, but she's engaged, so I'll see what happens later. I'm glad to know that Harper and Robin are good, but it seems like Robin is on a meditation, some type of spirituality journey, and looks like she's settled into being a cook, right? And Harper is stressed about making unfinished business into an actual movie because we all know what almost happened when that book came out. So he may be feeling a certain way about that. Let's keep going. Real talk, y'all. Merch got on my nerves. He got on my natural nerve talking about being the best man. I didn't realize that bothered him so much. But looks like he got it together when he gave that party for Quentin, his bachelor party, and had his wife to help Shelby throw him a nice party. And Jordan, like when she met Will or whatever, I don't know what he said to her in her ear after he told her that he was intense. Because it was a lot, because she made him go back over to sit across from her. But I really hope it kind of works out if he goes to New York and all that good stuff. Because just like in real life, she been kind of let down. Quentin and Shelby, to me, they are the real stars of the show. I did not like Ari Nicole Parker's part. When she walked in, she looked like she was a little off, right? And it seems like Quentin is not drinking his tea anymore because whatever she had him on, I didn't like that Quentin at all. I love how Shelby went over there and got her man, right? Because that's what she was supposed to do. And I think we thought that at the end of Best Man Christmas. And also, I always felt like Kennedy was Quentin's anyway. I am so glad that's out. I'm glad that Lance gave Harper his blessings to do unfinished business as a movie. He just needs to know who's going to play Mia. Looks like Harper and Robin are going to be moving to Jamaica. She's on a journey, definitely. Jordan's still going to work super hard. And I liked at the end how they compared Harper to Terry McMillan. I love that. I'll be back. Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan, and I'm back with the rest of episode 4 from The Best Man, the Final Chapters. Let's go. Okay, so Robin is going to the market and flirting with the little mushroom man. Okay. Nothing's wrong with just having a conversation. Now, I don't want this little young boy to hurt Lance out here trying to play football because Lance to bruise his little ego. I don't want that to happen. Okay. So LJ has walked into the room. I knew it, right? When I saw them boots, I knew it. But due to the fact that he's non-binary, how is Lance going to take that? But like Jordan said, he loves his son. Okay, let's keep going. Now, we know since the first Best Man, Quentin has always been a little flighty about his life choices in occupations. And I get it. Like, the Spivey organization is like where he shines. And now that his father may have dementia, it's going to be hard for him. Let's keep going. These little rookie boys are about to hurt Lance on this football field. I don't like that. So Kennedy does know that Quentin is her dad because Shelby just called and busted them with her trying to get Quentin to buy her a bag. I'm glad to know that. Quentin's father is a little bit far gone than Quentin thought. I'm glad they went and looked in the Aston Martin, got the key, and now they can check on him better. And Robin is seeking something, and it is not Harper. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all I don't like the way she's moving in these last final chapters. Poor LJ, I get what he's saying, but he's got to let his dad know. And I feel like Lance is going to be okay, right? I feel like that. Lance being a coach to these boys is a great resource because he can teach them how to elevate. And I'm so glad he found something else to do because playing football was not what he needed to do. Not at 48. I hope Candace is successful in what she's trying to do. You know, get this degree, get her point across. But she really needs to focus on her husband. Murch is drowning over here. And Murch also feels like he's lost touch with his girls because they are just like passing him right on by. When LJ told Lance that football was not his dream, I feel like he should not have walked off from him, right? Because I feel like this was the opportunity that he could have this conversation with his dad. Not Robin having a waiting to exhale moment with the mushroom man. I cannot. Murch is really going through it and feeling a little emasculated, might I add. To those of you who have already watched, right? It looks like to me that Murch may take on boxing as a way to relieve this stress. Let me know. I'll be back with 5 and 6 later. Bye. Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun, and I'm back with the Best Man Final Chapters. Episodes 3 and 4, let's go. I'm going to be very honest. I do not like the way Robin is moving so far. Definitely in episode 3. She is acting real strange. Why is she giving Harper so much pushback for moving out of Harlem into a better place where they can afford? Because you know it hasn't always been so easy for them. And poor Lance. Sir, commercials are not for you. I always love to see the fellas when they sit down and play cards or sit down and have a drink. I love their conversations. I don't know if it's just me. I just absolutely love to see it. And for me, Quentin is just number one right now. I love him right now. Yeah, I don't know how we felt about Shelby in The Best Man, or The Best Man 2 for that fact. But these final chapters, I'm loving Shelby. What is going on with LJ? Is something strange going on with LJ? I love Harper and Jordan's relationship, right? I love when you can have a friend that's a sounding board that's an actual sounding board. I love that. So, Robin has gone Sister Soldier, right? Got arrested with the baby out there. And then she's upset. And then she comes home and she reads a little what Harper is really wanting to write. And now she's cool with moving out of Harlem. I don't know if I like that part, but I'm glad she's moving. Now Lance is going back to playing football. Okay, let's go to part 4. Not the comeback senior citizen. And Jamil calling him too long in the tooth. Come on, Lance. Let me see what you got. Oh, so LJ prefers boots with clear heels than Nike Airs? Lance does not know about that. Once again, Quentin and Shelby still in the show. The Invisible Man, episode 4, is definitely about Murch. He does not know where he fits into life. So Candace wants to go to school because she doesn't want to give her daughter medications from the doctor. Okay. And I don't see how she can't see how her husband is kind of drowning. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. Like, how can you not see that? Has Shelby and Quentin told Kennedy that Quentin is her dad? Because he can't be out here just buying Chanel bags trying to make her like him. You know what I'm saying? Demetrius looked like he losing in here with Jordan like he was losing on power. But this little sunrise breakfast that he got together for Jordan is super cute. I don't know if I like Demetrius trying to pop back into Jordan's life after his divorce. Like, he has nowhere else to go. Y'all, I'm going to have to go on to part 2 of episode 4. I'll be back. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Millie Chun, and I'm going to start with episode 5. Let's get into it. So, Murch is boxing, which is good because he needs to let that aggression out. And, you know, Murch is a little scary. Robin meeting up with the mushroom man with the baby, that's crazy. But he sees her where Harper doesn't. And y'all know how Harper is. He's very selfish. He can only see what he needs to see for himself. But sometimes Robin can be flighty. Lance is not going to be good when he learns the truth about LJ. I think we all know that. I love their relationship, right? I love how they call each other, how they meet up. I love it. And Murch is just not okay with the way he looks in Unfinished Business. Because he did look like a little simp. And Quentin going down there catching LJ in all of his glory. Like, I know he he cannot handle that. But nobody wants to even touch it because they know Lance is going to be very upset. Demetrius is out here being real Darius, right? He is a mess. Now, the Mushroom Man has come over to Robin's to bring her some heaters because Harper won't make sure the thermostat is right. Like, this could have gone real crazy because there is something there. You know what I'm saying? I think the party episode is the best episode because when Merch and Candace get in there and they get to eating those edibles, like, that is crazy. They had the best time. Child, I love the way Quentin had intersected when Merch was talking about LJ playing football because that thing was about to blow up. But it's going to blow up anyway, but it was about to blow up. I'm glad to know the Jamaican girl is not married. I can't wait to see what happens in the end with that because I feel like something's going to happen in the end with that. But, like, Harper is so selfish, right? And poor Robin, even though I don't like the way Robin is moving, like, she had an idea, she had a dream, and Harper just, just put it over to the side. He never called about the place, and he's still not home, and she's at home by herself for New Year's. I get it. Let me say this. I'm going up for Shelby in these final chapters. Not so much in the first one and the second one, but Shelby is giving me everything I need. And she is in total denial about going through menopause. One thing about Lance, it doesn't matter what he's going through, Lance is there for them. Like, he wants to talk to this chick from Jamaica, but Robin over here looking sad. He done got off the phone with his potential. Oh, Lord, he didn't call LJ with Ruby Woo on, child. I know Lance gonna call on the Lord for this. We going on to chapter 6. Bye, y'all. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Millie Chun, and I'm here with chapter 8, final chapter. Let's go. Okay, Lance. I love that Lance and the Jamaican chick are together, engaged. I love that she's in tune with the kids. I love that. I love that Lance and LJ's relationship got back together in the church because Lance is a man about faith. And he realized that he loves his son and he's accepting his love. I love that. But the best thing about Lance is this. Like, the part when Jordan had got in the truck and she realized that she wasn't pregnant. And in all of that, he was looking for LJ. He stopped and he was like tuned into Jordan. I love that about Lance. Lance is a real friend. I love that. I love that Candace was a part of a group of women to take down Dr. Temple because he needed to be taken down. And I love that Merch has found his place on the earth, right? I don't know if he's got a full voice yet, but I'm just glad I'm glad he has an outlet. And I'm also very happy that he and Harp are like back together because I don't like them being apart like that. Y'all know I go up for Shelby and Quentin, right? I'm glad Shelby has accepted menopause and she's getting older. I'm glad Quentin has realized that Shelby loves him and he is doing better things for his health. And I'm glad that he and Kennedy have a good relationship. And I'm glad that's going forward. So I'm happy about that. Did that Lex get on your nerves? Because he got on my nerves. Or they got on my nerves. Like, for real. Like, Lance is looking for his child and you around here talking about these pronouns. You don't understand it till you're a parent. Where is my baby? Robin really got on my nerves this whole season. She was just moving crazy, right? And the fact that she took the baby to Ghana, that was a lie for me. Now, I understand why she did what she did, because Harp is very selfish. When she went off on him at that numbers retirement for Lance, like, you saw Quentin, he couldn't do nothing but smile because he's always said Harp was selfish. But moving the baby to Ghana, a whole continent over, like, that's a lot, Robin. A lot. And even though Harp could go over there and do what he's doing, but he's not, that's just too much. I didn't like that conversation with Jordan and Harp because it seemed like he was trying to once again let her be the rebound. When she asked him, what's up for you now, where you going? And he was like, maybe Brooklyn. And then he was like, who knows? She was like, no, I cannot be that person for you right now. But in time, maybe. But that really wasn't enough for him. He kept going until she had to tell him, no, I love you as a friend. To sum this up for me, it's the friendships at the end of the day. I love that they're still a close-knit unit, right? Even Robin and Harp, they're still good. It's your girl, Millie Chun. Let's talk about it. Bye, y'all. Okay, y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun, chapter 7, The Best Man Finding Chapters. Let's go. So Harper answered Jordan's phone when Shelby calls about Quentin. Because remember, they were walking. He took her phone and put it in his pocket when they were talking about his movie premiere. So they go in and out with this, right? So Jordan and Harper were together after the party that everybody kind of in the group chat wanted to go to, but nobody showed up but Harper and Jordan. So they ended up like just being out all night looking at the reviews, talking back to people who've talked about the movie. They ended up at her place. She had changed clothes, and they got in a compromising position where kissing was involved. And her phone rang because Harper had taken her phone and put it in his pocket when Shelby called about Quentin. And glad to say that Quentin is okay. He's okay. The fact that Harper had come in so early in the morning and Robin didn't question him about why you were out so late after she thought about who all was really at the after party, like Harper should be thankful. So Robin pivots to Ghana, right? Because she's like, I ain't got time for this. Let's get into this. And as she's talking about, she got it accepted. She's going to be there for only a month. And then when he realizes that she means all three of them, then Harper's like, what? Like Harper is just like, I feel like Harper is a man that wants to have a family because it seems like that's what he should have. But nothing is wrong with being your greatest self by yourself before you bring somebody else into it when you can't give them what you need to give them. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of Shelby for taking care of Quentin, for putting him first, for not being like, this is a whole new Shelby that we're seeing, and I just absolutely love her. When Harper asked about the itinerary and she was trying to tell him about it, I knew and Robin knew that Harp was not going to go with them for a month. And then when she came back and she was talking about the exact itinerary, and he was talking about, oh no, when he brought up the fact about a Kendall and Jackson movie, like she knew who that was. That's him and Jordan. She's not going to be okay with that. And when Robin brought up the itinerary and he started talking about his itinerary, that was it for her. That was it. I got it. When Robin said she can't do this anymore, even after he took that phone call in the middle of that conversation, he thought it was about the phone call. Sir, she just cannot do this anymore. She cannot be your cheerleader and not have anybody cheer her on. Meanwhile, Merch out here being a whole viral TikTok sensation. And he still seems stressed to me. And I'm glad Candace talked him down because that was going to be a problem with Miss Dr. Temple. I'm going on to chapter 8 and we can talk about anything else in between. It's your girl Millie Chun. I'll be back. Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun and I'm finished with the Best Man Final Chapters. So let's get into it. So I leave off with last one when Robin had to come home by herself for New Year's in the house that she did not want to be in, and now she's in it all alone. Like Harper cannot read the room when it comes to that. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Harper is very selfish. So the counseling session, I thought that was good. I think that she got a lot off of her chest. I think that maybe Harper may have understood something better, but like they were saying, like, you can't expect your mate to read your mind. So while she's trying to support Harper and do everything for him, she's thinking in turn he's going to finally say, oh, let me do this for Robin. Nope, they can't read your mind. Like, Lance cannot understand what's going on with LJ. Him saying that this is a phase is just further pushing LJ away from him. And Merch is low-key giving me anxiety because he just gives me anxiety. Like, I never know what's going to happen with Merch. I told y'all Shelby is like my favorite character, right? And she goes to Jordan and she lets Jordan know she has to take care of herself when Jordan's vision had messed up while she's in a meeting. And like she said, you can't be a boss if you're not here, Jordan. Like, get it together, man. So is Candace just not paying that much attention to Merch that she didn't realize that her husband was low-key a featherweight fighter? Coming home, ribs hurt, bruises on his face. She just did not, she was into that paper that much. Y'all, you have to pay attention to your mate. I was proud of Robin telling Harper that she wasn't going to the premiere, right? I mean, eventually she did make accommodations where she would go to the premiere and watch the movie and not go to the after party, only for him to end up with Jordan at the end of the night. In a compromising situation, might I add. I didn't see anything wrong with LJ's outfit. I didn't see anything wrong with the blouse. He wore the suit, he wore the chain, and the word change had like a triple entendre. You know what I'm saying? Because he said, I'll change the shirt, but that's it. I was glad that Harper realized when he was talking to L Boogie, like, show up and show love. And I'm glad he realized that he needed to show up for Robin. Even though he ended up being with Jordan at the end of the night, I was glad he showed up for Robin. Dr. Temple is a dog, right? The fact that he has that much power, he has that much influence, and all Candace wants to do is be great, and then he turns on her and treats her like that. And now that Murch is a low-key featherweight fighter, he better watch himself. Once again, Lance shows how good of a friend he is because he is clocked in on Demetrius and Harp when Demetrius is talking too much noise. I could not with Quinn having a heart attack. So I'm going on to chapter 7. I'll be back.